We all love the sound of money, and a $1,500 sign-on bonus sounds even better. That's right, Belicio Foods of Jackson is offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus to new employees. Receive an extra $100 your first 6 weeks, then $400 after day 90, and $500 after day 180. Don't wait. Apply online at beliciofoods.com/careers today. That's beliciofoods.com/careers. Come work for a company who truly values their employees. Come work for Belicio Foods.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV. Of course, Jennifer here with our good friend James K. Hamilton in the house once again. We're so happy to have you on this side of the desk because we are going to talk about some fun stuff today. We actually, strangely enough, don't have a guest, so you're going to have to listen to us blab for an hour. Sorry, or it could be fun. We have a lot of fun things to talk about. Hot dogs, the universe, paper bags.
Micro wrestling.
The ponies at the fair.
Yeah.
Free things that you can get since money's tight.
Okay.
All of that stuff. So stay tuned because we're going to talk about all of it, I think.
We've got time.
Yes. Libraries.
This Saturday, we were hoping to have some people in from the Vinton County Library. This is the Herbert Wescoat Memorial Library in McArthur.
Yes.
We were hoping to have them in today to talk about their summer programs, but they weren't able to make it. So this Saturday is kind of the big wrap-up for their summer reading program. And they're having an event called Blacktop Beach.
That's kind of counterintuitive.
It doesn't sound super
Blacktop Beach.
Yeah.
But it sounds
super relaxing.
No, but it also sounds very fun
Yeah,
if you actually get into what they're doing.
Yeah. What they're doing is they're going to have the inflatables there at the library. But what I'm picturing is just like laying out on the blacktop beach. Lot.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good at all,
like
does it? Oh God, yeah. I mean, as if the sun isn't intense enough, let's just lay out on blacktop. Yeah.
But that is this Saturday. It's from 12:30 to 3:30, I think. It's kind of hard to read the poster from here. But yeah. So if you're in that area, you got kids, you should check that out this weekend.
Yep. That's very, very cool. And, our local libraries do so much. And if you just pay attention to what they're up to, there's something all the time going on. For example, our friends at the library here in Jackson, at the Jackson City Library, our good friend Mark Wood is going to be there this afternoon.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark. If you see him, wish him happy birthday. And he will be performing at 2 p.m. today at the Jackson City Library as part of their Summer Children events. So there you go again, like more stuff going on at the library. And then, next week is the movie day.
Ooh,
so we'll tell you about that.
What movie are we going to see?
It's a superhero movie. That's all they would tell us. So maybe we can find out from them. I think they weren't for sure.
Okay.
But I think it depends on what superhero happens to be in Jackson that day. Because there will be a superhero.
Think Mark Wood's ever been in a movie?
He's been on TikTok.
Movie. That's true. He has been on TikTok. TikTok.
Have you ever been on TikTok?
No, more than I would like to have, but not that much.
You didn't? Did you do the TikTok dance video with us?
I was not there when that happened.
That was the only time I think I've ever been on TikTok. Yeah.
I don't know.
Our sweet Katie made us do a TikTok dance one time.
It's been a lot less TikToking since she left.
She's our sweet Katie is very cute and bubbly, and now that she's not here anymore, there's less cheering and dancing.
This is true.
Maybe we should start that up again. We need her just to come in for a day just to, cheer us up and dance.
She might be into that.
I'd say Katie would definitely be into that. Yeah. So anyway, So cool things going on literally at like NASA and I would like to say cool things in the universe going on, but just that's not really the right thing to say. It's more like cool things that we can now see going on in the universe.
Yeah.
Because cool things have been going on in the universe for way before our time.
It's true.
Obviously.
So for those who haven't seen it,
Yeah.
NASA's new fancy telescope released its first set of images yesterday.
Yesterday. It was a huge deal.
Huge thing.
Yeah.
And they're like so incredible. I've got them here. And we're going to look at a couple of them here in a second.
Okay.
And so like last night, I was like, I know we're going to talk about this tomorrow. I'm going to
Yeah.
like try to understand this.
How did that go?
Not well.
I know. Like you try to read it and you try to understand and none of it makes any sense.
So, but what I did see or whatever. So I watched the like live stream event that NASA did yesterday, like unveiling these images.
Okay.
They have more technical issues than we do.
Oh, good. Woo! And they're NASA. I mean, they put things
NASA.
on the moon.
They figured out how to take these solar system pictures, but they couldn't figure out how to get the people in the Canada office connected to their Zoom call.
Oh my God. Well, I don't feel so bad then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, these images are okay. So here's the deal. NASA has this, huge, powerful telescope thing.
Yeah, called the James Webb Space Telescope.
Yes. And it supposedly can see. So these images that we're seeing are like 7, is it million or billion light years away?
Well, it says it's 7 light years high.
7 light years high. So again, what does that mean?
Don't know.
We don't know. But I think what that means is that it's like 7 whatever million light years. Like we're seeing what was going on then.
Yeah. So, okay. So this was the first image they released.
Which is cool on its own.
Which is just a gorgeous photo. It's just gorgeous in general. And so here is... So this is as much of it as I could make sense of. So the little graph at the bottom is showing. So if you look at, all right. So here is the image. So you see all those different colors and stuff like that.
Yes.
All right. And so now if we look at this, the little chart down the bottom is showing you like the blues are oxygen and the reds are hydrogen and the yellowy colors are neon. Right?
Okay.
And so
makes sense.
That little red blurb that you see there that they're highlighting, that is what the universe looked like 13.1 billion years ago.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
How do you go back in time 13 billion years?
I don't understand that. I watched this thing last night to try to understand it, and they just keep showing these charts and stuff, and it just keeps getting more...
It's more confusing.
But it doesn't change the fact that it's really
so all of those
gorgeous images.
Am I understanding properly that all of those are different galaxies out there?
Solar systems, I think, is the correct term.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me bring this up and let me bring that particular image up and see if I can like.
And then that image that you have there, I saw that discussed this morning.
Yeah, so this one I've got up here.
So
this is the
it's a stellar nursery.
Stellar nursery. They're calling this the cosmic cliffs.
And that's where stars are born.
Yeah, the seemingly three-dimensional cosmic cliffs showcases Webb's capability to peer through obstructing dust and shed new light on how stars form. Webb reveals emerging stellar nurseries and individual stars that are completely hidden in visible light pictures, because this is like an infrared camera.
Yeah. So that looks like mountains, but that's actually like dust.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense to you. Like and the stars actually burn like holes, what I understand, kind of in the dust.
Yeah. So these are ionized gas. And so it is streaming away from the nebula due to the relentless radiation.
Relentless radiation.
Yes.
So are you all feeling very insignificant and small right now? Because you should. I mean, this is like insane stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, how does a telescope see something that's like billions of years ago? And it was talking about how it can do that because it like bends the light they were talking about this morning and stuff. And I don't know. They had me completely confused. And then, so like I'm watching it like this morning, and I'm watching the Today Show, and they bring this dude on to like explain it. And literally he talks for like 30 seconds. They're like, okay, we got to go to commercial. Coming up, we're going to talk about, dog sweat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, bring that guy back.
Yeah.
Like
they started.
I was so mad.
They started this project in 1999.
Did they really?
That's how long it took to like bring this to fruition.
To get images.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as they finished the Hubble telescope, they went into this.
1999.
Yeah.
So it's been 2009.
Yeah. 23 years.
Yeah. To get us those images that were released yesterday.
Mm-hmm. But like that is like its first week's worth of work.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just going to keep doing this for.
Right.
So,
but like it's all behind. So you have to think about.
Yeah. Well, like
it's
the
all
images,
blows your,
yeah,
like it,
well, the
it
images
freaks you
that
out.
the Hubble telescope produced took like weeks to produce, I guess.
Yeah.
And like, these were like its first sort of like week, like first day sort of thing. And this, I guess, stuff they're going to be capturing stuff like this just all the time now.
What, until the thing doesn't work anymore?
Yeah.
What is that we're
so
looking
this
at?
is the Stephen quadrant. I'm trying to find. So it's a southern ring nebula. Near infrared light. This scene was created by a dwarf star that the remains of a star like our sun after it shed its outer layers and stopped burning fuel through nuclear fusion. Those outer layers now form ejected shells all along this view.
So it's like a sun that burnt out?
Yeah.
Will our sun burn out?
Well,
if our sun burns out, we'll die. We'll all
right.
die.
I mean, yeah, eventually.
It's going to happen,
yeah.
right?
I mean, I think it's like in 100 billion years or something like that, hopefully. But
so
it will eventually, yeah.
I mean, doesn't this all just like freak you out? That it's like you think about, when did time start? Like, how did it start? Does it end?
Well, yeah, so the people that worked on this project were the same people that worked on the Big Bang project that like determined, when the universe was formed and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Which was one of the many things they talked about
in the article that you still didn't
live
understand.
stream that I didn't really had a hard time following.
I don't know. And then you think about, okay, so like in all of that, even in that first picture, like how big would Earth be in a picture like that? Would it even show up, kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't.
And you think about how, again, insignificant we are as. Yeah,
well, so all the little bright bits are stars, many of which are our size of the sun or bigger. And so they all could have planets and solar systems.
Right. Around, like
going around
they could be
them.
supporting them. And so Earth is just this tiny little speck in the midst of this ginormous, huge universe out there. And which again makes you think, like, is there somebody sitting on another planet somewhere doing the same thing that we're doing today that we don't know about?
Yeah. But it also makes you realize like how small all of your conflicts are.
Pretty much. We were having
Yeah.
that. We got like really deep yesterday here in the building, and we were like talking about that. Like it's almost like everything that I do means nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like we're all very
Insignificant in the
yeah.
wider cosmic scale.
Yeah, not important at all. So I'll tell you what, if you read something on Facebook today that hurts your feelings, don't worry about it because it doesn't matter.
Because
there's that out there.
You're just an itty bitty little bit of that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Gosh. It just like blows your mind.
Uh-huh. Pretty cool.
That was cool, that graph that you had that shows like what the different colors mean.
Yeah. And so if you go to the webtelescope.org, that's the website I'm looking at here. It's got all these images and you can download them in like full resolution, and it has all these charts and stuff too, and you can read all these articles
and be just as confused.
And be
at the end of it.
Be just as confused unless you have a physics degree, but you can try and understand it.
Wouldn't it be cool to have somebody that actually could put that into like normal, like we can understand it terms?
I thought about reaching out to my uncle that was the aerospace engineer and maybe asking him about it, but I mean, it's, I don't know that he would have any, I don't know if he would have any real insight in this or not, and he'd have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to.
Yeah, that's true.
to call in, so I didn't bother him about it.
It would be so cool. Does anybody know anybody that can?
Does anybody know any rocket scientists?
Yeah, well, I actually do know a rocket scientist, but again, he lives in Colorado, so same thing.
This stuff's pretty neat. So, like, let us know, what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, like, does it blow your mind? Is it like, so to me, it's almost, it makes your brain hurt, like, to think about it. Like,
it's hard to wrap your brain around it at all.
Like, we just know our own little world.
Mm-hmm.
And we think the world is a huge place, like the world in which we live on.
I mean,
Earth.
Yeah, or our solar system is a huge place.
Correct, and it
just keeps going.
One little speck in the midst of this ginormous universe.
Never ending. Yeah,
it never ends. Like, does it end? I don't know. Wonder what the flat earthers think about that.
I don't know.
I would like to have that explained.
Well, I don't know that flat Earth doesn't have space. So it's space.
Well, I know, but it has to be shaped. Like, is it shaped in a different way?
I don't know. I mean, is it on the back of a turtle or whatever?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that's not like as big of a real thing as people make it out to be. I think it's just a thing that people like to make fun of people for being stupid.
Flat Earth?
Yeah. I feel like there's not really.
Oh, there's people. Oh, for sure there's people.
I mean, I feel
we were
like
going to have a guy on the show, but I think it fell through.
Yeah. Did he fall off the end?
He got to the end of the earth and fell off.
Yeah.
It's like the Truman Show. You get to the end and you hit a wall.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's really true.
I don't think so.
No. Well, it happened to Jim Carrey, darn it.
Well, that's true, but that was a TV set.
True that.
Yeah.
What a sick, cruel joke.
That is
that movie is like wrong in so many levels.
There's a I love the podcast This American Life. It's like a NPR show.
Uh-huh.
And so like after that movie came out, like that became like a pretty common like delusion in people.
I could see
they felt
that.
that they had that. And so they did this episode about this guy that like really had that. Like in his mind, he was convinced that he was like
the star of a TV show.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people, probably most people in their head, like they're more significant than they really are.
Well, especially after we saw those pictures just a minute ago.
Well, I mean like more significant. Yeah. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. Sorry. But then a common like extra bit of that delusion to the next stage or whatever is that TV show like
people you're the center of their universe.
Right. And so anyway, so this guy, he had this delusion and like really struggled with it. And he got help and, everything got better. And then he got the great idea to make it like a TV show about him having this delusion. And
Shut up.
And so, of course, it just triggered the delusion again.
So right back to square one he goes.
Yeah.
No.
And so they like follow this guy and do this like, little audio documentary about him. It's super interesting. Because it's kind of like, well, yeah, of course that's what happened.
It's like trying to put the arsonist back in the match factory. Like, don't do that. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that movie is really freaky, and it was like really sad to think about if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So, no, just so if you want to blow your mind, go look at those pictures. Think about how small you really are and how you don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, that looks straight out of Star Trek or something, right?
Yes. Well, and again, that doesn't look like gas. It looks like actual physical, like mountains or whatever. I thought that maybe that was just an interesting picture of a planet that they had, gotten into, but it's not. It's the gas. It's where stars are born. How cute. Little baby stars in there.
It's pretty incredible.
It is pretty incredible.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
For sure. Definitely for sure. Oh my gosh. So what else, since now that your head hurts thinking about all of that stuff, do you want to talk about hot dogs?
Sure.
I have facts about hot dogs.
Okay, hit us with some hot dog facts.
This will blow your mind too. I mean, because this is important stuff right now.
Sounds like it. I mean,
it is.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should have gone over this before 4th of July.
Well, I know because, I thought of you because you were all into having your hot dog on the 4th of July.
I told you that story, didn't I?
Yes, you did. So therefore, I thought of you, and I saw this, that, so many folks during the summer months and whatever enjoy a good hot dog, right?
Yeah.
So 5 little known facts about hot dogs. So I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
All right. So number 1, how many, I'm going to ask you a couple quiz questions.
Okay.
How many hot dogs are Americans expected to eat from Memorial Day to Labor Day, which is, quote, peak hot dog season?
Peak hot dog season.
So how many hot dogs will Americans eat from this past Memorial Day up until Labor Day?
Americans.
All right. How many hot dogs do you think?
I'm gonna try and be a nerd about this. So what's our population of the USA? So that's 330 million people.
Okay.
And then we're going from Memorial Day to the 4th of July.
Yes.
So that's
we're going Memorial Day to Labor Day.
So how many days?
September.
So
May to September.
May, June, July, August, September.
So it's really end of May to September 1st, though. So think.
All right. So I'm going to say
July, August. Think 3 months.
300.
Oh, God. He's going to figure this out.
All right.
See how scientific James is with his hot dog knowledge.
All right. Now I done messed up. All right. Geez, that's not even a number. I don't know. I'm going to say 4 billion hot dogs.
For what?
4 billion hot dogs.
Billion?
Yeah.
Billion hot dogs.
Yeah. Well, over the course of all summer, 330 million people. You might have 5 or 6 at a cookout.
No, you're like a little high.
How do they know? How do they know?
Because they know how many hot dogs are sold.
No, just because it's sold doesn't mean it's consumed.
Okay,
Some of them are gross and moldy in the back of your fridge. No, I have no idea.
So there. What did you say?
I don't even remember.
How many billion
like
hot dogs?
4 billion or something.
4 billion. Okay, you were actually very close.
See.
So
I was trying to figure out if every person ate one a day. Was what I was trying to figure out.
Right. Yeah. So just on the 4th of July, Americans ate 150 million hot dogs.
Yeah. See, that's like half the population has a hot dog.
I know. It's weird, isn't it? Like, I didn't have a hot dog. You had a hot dog, though.
I did. It was a bit of a
It was
Effort.
that's a whole story in itself. No, Americans are expected to eat 7 billion hot dogs from Memorial Day to Labor Day. I thought it said million at first, so that's why I was making funny. But it is billion. You're right. 7 billion hot dogs, Memorial Day to Labor Day, which is peak hot dog season.
Peak hot dog season.
We are in the midst
We are in peak hot dog season.
of peak hot dog season. Yeah.
We should have brought in a hot dog specialist.
I know, right? Who knew? Let's see. Okay, what do you think Americans' favorite hot dog topping is?
Mustard.
Very good. 68% of people choose mustard as their favorite topping, and then ketchup is next. So you were good on that. Other favorite toppings: onions, relish, chili, cheese, sauerkraut, mayonnaise, bacon. Bacon? That's like double dipping. Jalapenos and coleslaw. All right. So what do you eat on your hot dog?
Well, I like sauce and cheese.
Sauce and cheese?
Sauce, for us Southeastern Ohioans.
Sauce.
And then when you go to Cincinnati and ask for sauce and they look at you like you're insane.
Yeah, it's like chili.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on where I'm at and what's available. But I like mustard and relish is pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm not
on
really
hot
a
dogs.
relish guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there is that.
Yeah.
So here's the one that freaks me out. And I was telling James about this earlier. Do you know that they make there's a company called Rustelli's and they sell round hot dogs. And when I mean round hot dogs, not like hot dogs, like round, like burger patty shaped hot dogs.
I mean, I've seen. Ugh.
Does it look gross?
Yeah. Looks real gross. It looks like Spam.
Can we put that up there or no?
Hold on. I'll show it. Do you think our audience wants to see that?
No. Yes.
All right. Hold on. This looks real unappetizing.
Oh. So Rustelli's, there it is. It does look similar to Spam. Ugh. I don't know about that. It fits on a hamburger bun. The food innovation went viral on social media last year, leaving numerous Twitter users confused. I can see why.
Yeah. Speaking of confused Twitter users.
Yeah.
Suing Elon Musk because he doesn't want to buy Twitter anymore.
I know. That's interesting.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
How can smart people be so stupid?
Well, that's a whole other story we can get into. All right.
There's an advertisement
for the round hot dog?
Yeah.
Shut up.
All right. Opens on a field of cows.
That's why you come to Rustelli's. And that's why we come here.
Beautiful sunset.
To small
Cows.
Cows on a foggy day.
who've raised their cattle the same way for generations. To farming partners we trust.
Handsome dudes talking in the middle of the cow field.
Yeah.
From the big skies of the
What's the guy from Yellowstone?
to our own backyard.
Kevin Costner. They
Yes.
should have got him for this
Yeah,
commercial.
something like that.
Yeah.
More cows in the field.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of another cow.
Another cow.
Another cow.
Lots of cows.
Lots of cows.
From breeding
Baby cows.
to raising them.
They're making this an awful lot about farms for a product that looks like it's made in a laboratory.
Under the watchful eye of our ranchers, these domestic, born and raised Black Angus cattle spend their days roaming the wide open pastures.
I feel like they're really trying to justify,
What a nightmare their product is.
yes,
Yeah.
something like that.
All right. That's enough of that.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, hot dogs are not sandwiches.
Now that's a debate to have.
Exactly. It can fit on a sandwich bun. Hot dogs are not sandwiches. So they say that
Who's they?
the NHDSC, whoever that is.
A sandwich is a food typically consisting of vegetables, sliced cheese or meat placed on or between slices of bread, or more generally any dish wherein bread serves as a container or wrapper for another food type.
See, so how is that not a sandwich?
By that definition, a hot dog is a sandwich.
The NHDSC, Google the NHDSC and we'll find out. I'll bet it's the National Hot Dog something. They're
National
adamant.
Hot Dog.
What?
It's the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
I'm the president of the National Hot Dog.
NHDSC. Oh my gosh.
That is
Get your
crazy.
fill of hot dog and sausage facts.
Well, they are
Is hot dog
very
a sandwich?
adamant.
The National Hot Dog and Sausage Council weighs in.
See what they say.
All right.
Says
A
they're
dozen
very
reasons why the term hot dog and sandwich are not interchangeable. Well, that's not the same thing. See, that's like saying every sandwich is a hot dog.
Yeah.
And that's not true. That's not what people are saying.
No, they're saying it's just one of many sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like a burger is a sandwich and
Yeah.
a Reuben is a sandwich.
Okay, this is like a joke. If you're watching a great athlete showing off during a game, you don't call him a sandwich.
Oh my God. They're so weird. People actually
does
spend time on this.
ESPN broadcast sandwich eating contests? Yes, I would say that the Nathan's hot dog eating contest is a sandwich eating
contest.
Imagine being at the ballpark with the organ playing, the crowd cheering, and a vendor walking through the stands yelling, "Sandwich here! Get your sandwich here!"
All right, they kind of have a little bit of a point.
Yeah. Dirty Harry would have not sounded nearly as ominous if he said, "Never ever put mayo on a sandwich." I don't remember him saying that, but
He must have said.
yeah, nobody puts ketchup on a hot dog. Lots of people put ketchup on hot dogs. I don't
That is,
remember that.
if you were, I just saw a Food Network show about
Yeah.
that. If you were in Chicago and you order ketchup on your hot dog, they'll literally throw you out of a place.
Yeah,
Like they will not do it. They refuse.
yeah.
Ketchup does not go on hot dogs.
Ketchup is like a perfect thing on hot dog.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
know. Yeah, that's a debate that just doesn't make sense to me.
Just depends.
When you win the lottery, would you say sandwich? Well,
Instead of hot dog.
well, sandwich. All right, that's really stupid.
I mean, I get, they do kind of have a point.
Eh.
All right. So Americans' favorite type of hot dog is the
Ballpark.
I think
style?
it's the Chicago dog is the second. The Chicago style hot dog is the second, and I think the New York style is the first. But I don't know what the New York style.
I think like
is.
a classic New York hot dogs. Like, I don't know.
I know what the Chicago dog is. Yellow mustard, relish, chopped raw onion, pickle spear, sport peppers, tomato slices, and celery salt served in a poppy seed bun.
All right, New York hot dog topped with homemade onion relish, sauerkraut, brown mustard, and then nestled into a soft hot dog bun.
And it is not a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
It's not a
I've never
sandwich.
had a New York like street vendor hot dog.
I know. That seems like something that one should
Yeah.
have to do
Well,
if you.
I read a thing a while back about how like falafel and stuff like that had really kind of replaced the classic New York hot dog as far as popularity.
Well, I think people are just a lot more health conscious now, and if they can buy something from a vendor or whatever, they'd rather.
Yeah.
Now, when we were in Portland, Maine, Jamie and I were in an Uber, and the guy was just kind of taking us on a little tour around the city, and he was like, "Have you had a red snapper hot dog yet?" And
Yeah.
we were like, "A what?" And he's like, "You have to go get a red snapper hot dog." So he literally dropped us off at the red snapper hot dog. And it was like a little hot dog cart in the middle of this park.
Yeah.
But they're red.
Yeah.
They're just hot dogs with their bright red.
So here's kind of an interesting thing. So New York has, so this is the New York Parks Association, Parks and Recreation Association.
Yeah.
So they actually set approved prices for those vendor carts.
Kind of like cabs and everything
Yeah.
else. So they
So,
regulate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so it's kind of a controversy because, of course, nobody follows these prices.
Oh.
And people get like tickets and stuff for it. So the approved push cart vendor price for a hot dog in New York is $4.
Well, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, but the thing is, these guys set up next to some touristy spot, and they sell them for $9,
$7, $8.
Yeah. So this is a whole list of things. So like the approved cost for a sausage, $5, pretzels, $3, pretzel dogs, $5. So it just kind of goes on, and they've just got like an approved price for like everything down to like
insane.
Yeah, down to milk and seltzer and iced tea and carrot juice.
So they try to regulate what these people can do.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they have to have licenses through the city to be a vendor out and about on the street. So
yeah.
Who knew?
Oh, the approved price for a Scooby-Doo push pop is $3.
Shut up. Is that really on there?
Yeah.
I feel like you should print that out and just like walk up and down the street and find like a vendor that's selling hot dogs for $7 and be like,
I mean, I assume that it's the thing. I mean, if I've heard of this, surely they've heard of this. And this is updated in May, so it's pretty recent.
Like, what organization is that? Does it just
It's
say
the
like
Parks Department.
Okay, the Parks
New York
Department.
City Department of Parks and Recreation.
So yeah, I feel like you just take that paper with you and be like, I want my Scooby-Doo push pop for $3, not $3.50.
Yeah, and then the guy that doesn't speak English looks at you like you're crazy.
Exactly. He's like, you're an idiot.
Yes.
Do you want it or not? So funny. Well, and they do say at the end of this article that hot dogs freak people out because they think it's made of like all kind of gross stuff, because that's what we've been told.
Mm-hmm.
But they say at the end of this article that
It's mostly beef and pork.
yeah, it says hot dogs are pieces of meat that are cut up off of steaks and roasts. Then they're ground up very finely and mixed with spices and stuffed into a casing.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. All the notions that people have of things that they think go into hot dogs are incorrect. It's simply meat. It's what you see on the ingredients label. If it says beef, if it says
meat.
pork, if it says poultry, that's what it is. It's nothing more complicated than that.
I don't know.
Well, what part of the meat and the poultry and the pig is it?
There is definitely a hierarchy of quality when it comes to that sort of thing.
I mean, you're not putting you're not going to take like, a ribeye, a prime rib, and grind it up and put it into a casing. You're going to leave it as a piece of prime rib. So I don't know. Or fillet or
Unless
something.
they're pulling the scraps off one that gets sent back to the restaurant or something.
Right, exactly. So anyway, there's your hot dog facts. Do not go to Chicago and order a hot dog with ketchup. I am just telling you that because that was a huge discussion.
But apparently it's totally fine to make a pizza that's really a lasagna there.
Yes. Correct.
Totally fine.
That's made backwards.
It's made backwards.
It's made upside down.
Yeah.
That is so true. Chicago they are good,
pizza,
though.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're just different.
It is different. It's a fun, if you're a tourist, you should do it. But ain't nobody that lives in Chicago ordering a freaking deep dish pizza on like a Friday night.
No. I mean, because one bite of it, you're like, okay, I'm done.
Oh, dude, that's like the most filling thing in the world.
Yes. Not good for you at all. But that's okay. So what else you got, James?
Well, if you want to check out the fair schedule, because it has been updated yet again.
Nuh-uh.
Hey, speaking of the fair schedule, Jeremiah yesterday pointed out that the dates on those things.
Yes.
And he called me out and said, I don't know if James made those. I did not make those, Jeremiah. That is not my typo. Chris Henry approved those slides. Somebody else made them. I had nothing to do with it.
Chris Henry.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah, don't call me out saying I'm the one that's messing up the dates on stuff.
I just want you to know that I said I know for a fact James didn't make those slides because they don't look like anything James would make.
Yeah.
You can ask Jeremiah about that.
I didn't hear that part of the conversation. I just heard him call me out. Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
Mr. I had to get a babysitter yesterday morning just to come in and help, and now I'm waving my finger at you.
Now you're ripping his butt. Yeah, James, for not showing up here.
Yeah.
We should have him come in and defend himself.
Yeah, Jeremiah, get a babysitter and come in and defend yourself.
And defend yourself, Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
All right, what is new at the fair? What
I don't know that
changed
anything
up?
is new, but some of the times changed. Like, for example, the best event of the fair, of course, the mullet contest.
Yes.
Went from 8 o'clock to 7:30, I believe.
8:30.
Yeah. Well, it's earlier now, isn't it?
This says 8:30.
Are you looking at the one I just set down? I swear it said 7:30. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, it's got two things starting at the same time. No, okay. Registration for the mullet contest is at 7:30.
Oh.
The contest is at 8:30. But if you enter the mullet contest, you're going to miss the greased pig contest. And I feel like that's an overlap of like...
Well, maybe you can register for the mullet contest, run and do the greased pig.
Yeah, get some grease
and then,
for your mullet.
Yeah, and then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I was trying to harness my inner mullet today. Do you like it?
I
like,
do.
Does this not look mullet-esque?
Just kind of thinking that. You pointed that out.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of harnessing... Look at this! Look at this segue. Harness racing.
There you go.
Kicks off tomorrow. The OHHA harness racing par mutual waging kicks off tomorrow at 6.
That means you can bet on the ponies.
Bet on the ponies.
Yeah.
Have you ever in your life won money betting on something like that?
So when I was a little girl, Dad used to take me to Scioto Downs and to the fair and stuff like that. And he would let me pick, horses. But you always pick them to show, right? So, which means they could come in first, second, or third place and you still get paid out. So I think, if you win $2, then it was like, woo, you bet $2, you got $2, and then you bet on the next race.
$2, you just didn't lose your $2.
Yeah, well, because the next race you bet $2 and not win anything, so then it all evens out. But it's fun, and if you can say, okay, I'm going to bet a couple bucks on each race, and it's just fun to sit there and be entertained. Then that's kind of the whole point.
I don't know if we talked about this on the show, the Kentucky Derby this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you wish you could go back in time and put a few bucks on that guy?
Wouldn't you?
Oh my God. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but the money that paid out for the people.
What was it, like 80 to 1 or something?
Yeah, like 80 to 1.
I mean, the horse wasn't in the race like up until the day before and won.
Yeah. Man, don't you wish you were that person that always threw like $100 down on the longest long shot?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's almost like a given. Like, if you're going to go to the Derby, why bet on the most popular horse? Because you're not going to win anything anyway. Even if it wins, it's like, okay, a few bucks. So you may as well throw something down on the long shot.
Yeah.
But that was a real long shot.
I mean, that was the longest long shot that had ever won it, right?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you don't have a horse not... I mean, it's just unheard of that this horse just... Oh, by the way... Hey, you want to be the 20th horse in the race today because somebody scratched and we don't have anybody. So if you want to just bring one of your horses, cool.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen.
No.
So he didn't have time to train. He didn't. I mean, that's just
he was
crazy.
like running races at like casinos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, then the jockey is actually runs here.
Yeah, it's Scioto Downs.
No, probably Beulah Park, I would guess. No, I don't even think Beulah Park's open. Scioto Downs is harness racing.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But and the jockey
or was it Cincinnati?
Maybe Cincinnati.
Yeah, it was. I remember
he'd been suspended.
Yeah,
So he can race in Kentucky and win the Kentucky Derby, but he can't ride a horse in Ohio. Because of some chicanery he allegedly pulled.
Chicanery.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Actually, I probably don't like it. I probably don't approve of what he did, but whatever.
So anyway, but yeah, that actually happened. But you're exactly right on that. So, I mean, to me, it's like, I like my scientific method of, you just pick the horse where the jockey has the prettiest outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Longest legs.
Longest legs. Yeah. Best reach. If it was a boxing match, I'd definitely pick the horse with the longest legs.
The guy with the longest arms.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then so we've another fair thing we're just highlighting because we did our impression of this the other day, but I've got the micro wrestling promo video.
Oh, did you?
For people that didn't know what we were talking about when we were going the other day.
So here's the deal too. Micro wrestling, they actually have a few ringside seats left. So if you are interested in being right up close to the action at the Jackson County Fair for the micro wrestling, they do have a few seats left. Or you can, of course, sit in the grandstand and, all of that too. Which, I mean, any seat you have is going to be good. But if you want to be ringside, you can get those. Yeah. So you just find Chris Walls or one of the gang fair board members and they'll hook you up.
If you don't know what the micro wrestlers are.
Hey, what's up? This is a little show with the micro wrestlers, and we will be at Jackson County Fair, July 20. Get your tickets now.
I feel very motivated.
I don't know where that weather came from. Get your tickets now.
Get your tickets now. I mean, I'm not messing with them.
Mm-mm.
We decided that
Matt and
Porterhouse should do a exhibition.
Yeah, do a handicap tag team match
with
two of them versus the whole micro wrestling squad.
Yeah, and I think that the micro wrestlers would.
Porterhouse going down quick.
Oh,
I think Matt.
He's a skinny little.
I think
bugger.
Matt could hold his own for a minute. Porterhouse is going down quick.
Do you think if we just got in the ring and went like they would get scared?
No,
I don't think so either. It would be worth a try though.
They didn't look scared in that clip.
No, they look scary. So hey, there they are up there. Well, there they were.
So that's a thing. So let us know what you think about that.
So micro wrestling is Wednesday at the Jackson County Fair at 7 p.m. at the grandstand. So we're excited about that. Yeah. And I mean, people are pumped.
Apparently, there's not very many tickets left, I guess.
Yeah, there's not a lot of tickets left. So if you want those reserved ringside tickets, get there and check it out. Our good friend Jess Kelly Adams will be here on
next Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. So like a week from tomorrow. And she'll be performing at the fair. And then that is at 6 p.m. And then at 9 p.m., Callista Clark will be taking the stage. So great vocal entertainment that day. And we love Jess. She's awesome. The Moto is Friday. Demolition Derby on Saturday. Again. We should do our own Demolition Derby out in the parking lot.
I mean, that happens every time Red Thompson comes rolling in here.
Wait, you just got your car fixed, and so did Pete Wilson. So
yeah,
that's ironic.
Red was not.
He was not the culprit of either one of those.
I'm just throwing shade at Red for no reason.
So it's kind of ironic that you and Pete both got creamed, and both your cars are the same color.
Yeah, they are similar.
And Pete got hit and runned.
Yeah.
You got hit and told.
Yeah.
But it was neither one of your faults, right?
No.
But you had to get your cars fixed.
This is true. Yeah.
So we won't make them crash their cars again.
No.
That's inconvenient.
It is inconvenient. I mean, if Pete was here, he'd tell you all about how inconvenient it was for him.
So Pete Wilson is the sweetest, most mild-mannered human. And so don't ever ask him about his car getting fixed because the steam rolls out of his ears.
It's not a pleasant experience for Pete.
No, everything
Mine
went
was
wrong.
pretty smooth.
Yeah, yours was good.
Mine went pretty smooth. I felt bad.
Yeah, Pete, it was like everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong.
Yeah.
And then he got caught in the there aren't any parts due to COVID thing on top of all the other stuff that could have gone wrong. So, anywho, tomorrow on the show we have a guest, right, from Holzer.
Yeah.
And that will be Brianna Morgan, family medicine and primary care. So we can look forward to having her here on the program. And it's always fun to have our Holzer guests here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's always a good time. All right. What else do you have?
Well, what do we got? Micro wrestling was the last thing on my list.
Okay. Well, I looked up, or I saw an article today that I thought was really cool. Number one, yesterday was, I don't know if you know this or not. And
Tuesday.
It was, but it was also July 12th every year is Paper Bag Day.
Oh, how did I miss Paper Bag Day?
Did you all celebrate it?
Yeah, I did use a paper bag yesterday.
Well, then you did.
I put jam in it.
I mean, I don't know anything better to put in your paper bag.
Threw it away after I took the jam out of it.
Oh, shoot. Well,
but it served its purpose well.
That's right. July 12th commemorates the anniversary of inventor William Goodale, who patented a paper bag machine in 1859. Can you believe that? It commemorates the day Goodale obtained that patent, and it was designed to assemble paper bags. Francis Wall patented the first paper bag machine in 1852, but Goodale's also cut the paper to prepare it to be folded into the shape of a bag. So there you go. Other observances for yesterday include Cow Appreciation Day, Different Colored Eyes Day, Etch-a-Sketch Day, National Eat Your Jell-O Day, National Pecan Pie Day, New Conversations Day, and Simplicity Day. We could have celebrated National Pecan Pie Day.
We could have celebrated National Paper Bag Day and done the show with bags on our heads.
I know. It's probably been a lot better for the viewers, right? Do you know anyone with different colored eyes? National Different Colored Eyes Day? I don't think
so.
I know. I have one of my girlfriends from college has different colored eyes. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's kind of people's eye color is one of the things I tend to not really notice.
Yeah, unless they're like freaky. What color eyes do I have?
Blue.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You have brown eyes, right?
Yeah, they're kind of greenish
brown. Yeah. I guess we've just never looked into each other's eyes before.
Not for long enough, apparently.
I can't see that far across the thing. No, I found this cool thing where 15 great things you can get for free. What are you looking at?
Well, so I'm looking at more stuff that happened on July 12th.
Oh.
So in 1957, Dwight Eisenhower became the first president to fly in a helicopter. And 3 years earlier, on the same day, he put forward a plan for an interstate highway system.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that was what year?
54 and 57.
Oh, gosh.
Then in 1960 on July, this is all yesterday. I didn't look up today's date.
I was going to say, why are we looking at yesterday? Other than it was paper bag day.
Yeah, so it says event. Paper bag manufacturing machine patents by William Goodall in Massachusetts.
See, I wasn't lying.
In 1960, Sputnik was launched. And here's a big one. 1962, the Rolling Stones played their first concert.
Oh, cool.
And in 1993, there was a huge earthquake in Japan that killed a lot of people.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, look up today then.
I don't know how to change the day.
Well, you're smart. You'll figure it out.
All right. This day in history.
I mean, we may as well figure it out while we're looking.
All right. This day in history. What happened today? July 13th. This is not as convenient of an article.
Oh. Dang it.
That was just a list.
Oh.
Now, see, Jen, you messed me up. Now,
I'm
here it's
sorry.
taking us. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Let's find some more. The stuff that happened yesterday was a lot more interesting. 1977, there was a 25-hour blackout in New York City.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah. There was a big battle in 1943, the Battle of Kursk. It was the largest tank battle in history. 6,000 tanks. That's a lot of tanks.
Wow.
Okay, here's a good one. 1865, P.T. Barnum's American Museum, which featured Tom Thumb and the original Siamese twins, was destroyed by a fire.
Really?
Yeah, and so the reason I say that is kind of interesting, P.T. Barnum, of course, they made that Greatest Showman movie starring Hugh Jackman about P.T. Barnum. Well, it's not really about P.T. Barnum. It's a fictional story about a character named P.T. Barnum. But Hugh Jackman's on Broadway right now. Did you know that?
No.
Doing The Music Man.
Oh.
And my parents are in New York this week on vacation, and they got tickets to see Hugh Jackman and The Music Man.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I thought
Very
it was pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to see theater back.
Yeah. There's a really cool, this went like viral like a while back when Broadway like first reopened. Hugh Jackman, so they're, with all the COVID and stuff like that, they had a lot of had understudies and things like that, had to step up. And so if you're below the understudy, you don't get to rehearse or anything. You get the script and everything, and you get to sit in the back of the auditorium and watch them rehearse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't. And so this girl that was one of those people that wasn't even the understudy. She was the third or fourth person down.
Right.
A lot of people had to get sick, and that all happened, and she had to play the lead opposite of Hugh Jackman. When Broadway came back.
Oh my God, you would just die.
Yeah, and he gave and apparently she just killed it, and nobody would have ever known that she wasn't the the regular person.
Right.
And he gave this big spiel at the curtain call about it, and people taped it and went on viral online and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's really cool. You should look it up if you haven't seen that clip before.
Can you imagine getting that call?
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, everybody's sick, so we're just going to go ahead and need you to star opposite Hugh Jackman in this production. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll see you in a little bit.
We'll see. Yeah, and it's seriously, it was the day of.
No way.
Yeah, because that's just how it happens.
Nuts.
Yeah. Never actually had a rehearsal. Just had the script and got to watch a couple rehearsals.
Oh my gosh.
Had to go do it.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyways,
that's cool.
It is cool.
No, I hope your parents have fun. And New York is just such a cool, magical place, especially when you get down to Times Square and Broadway, and there's so much stuff to see. It's you need 2 weeks to get through it all. Well, you need 2 weeks just to get up and down the street.
Yeah.
But,
did I ever tell you about the time I saw Michael Richards, the actor that plays Kramer on Seinfeld,
No.
walking down the street? This was back in I think 2008 when smartphones were first becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And we saw Michael Richards just taking pictures of flowers with his iPhone on the side of the street.
How funny. Did you talk to him or not?
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything to him, but my one buddy just
you have to.
he just had to.
Yeah.
Had to have his picture with him and stuff. And he was like, oh, picture. Oh, okay. Sure.
Was he nice?
He was
Maybe a little standoffish.
No, I don't know. I think he was in the zone doing what he was doing, and we interrupted him. And he told us we were just around the block from some museum, and that's where we were going. He's like, oh, have you been to the museum? We're like, that's where we're going. He's like, good, you should go.
Aw.
That kind of thing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
New York in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie and I were walking in Cincinnati a while ago and ran into Jerry Springer.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even notice. Jamie's like, Jerry Springer is walking at us, and I was like, "Nuh-uh." We had just gone to just gone and got a coffee. We were walking downtown Cincinnati. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is.
Yeah. Does he still do his show?
I don't think so. I think it's the Steve Wilkos.
Yeah, I remember he had a spinoff, but he's had that for as long as Springer had his show when he got the spinoff now, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. What is Jerry Springer up to?
I don't know. I watched this little documentary about the history of daytime television the other day, and it kind of gave a little bit of a breakdown about how Springer came to be and stuff. It was pretty interesting.
Because he was what, the mayor of
He was the
Cincinnati?
mayor of Cincinnati.
Was that was before he
the
had the
show?
show?
Yeah. And I think he got in trouble for something. I don't know, like a prostitute or something like that, I think. So he had like a little bit of an edge to him because he'd gotten like in trouble for that. And at the time, there were all these like daytime talk shows, and they were all like the same, and they were all like Phil Donahue and stuff like that.
Like wholesome.
Yeah. And so Springer had a show like that was like broadcast out of Cincinnati. And it was just like a boring talk show. And then Geraldo Rivera had a fight break out on his show. He
got punched in the nose.
Yeah, he got hit with
that?
a chair or something like that and broke his nose.
Broke his nose.
Yeah, he brought in like the Hells Angels or something like that. And then like, surprise, surprise, like it.
People
like,
just lost their minds.
And people lost their minds. And so the guy that was like his producer on that show got fired for it. And he got hired to be Springer's producer. And he's like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave. We're going to move from Cincinnati to Chicago, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. One of the big cities.
They moved from Cincinnati to Chicago. And he's like, we're going to do what we did on Geraldo, only that's going to be every episode. And it worked.
It definitely worked.
Yep.
Jerry.
Yep.
Huh. We'll have to look up what Jerry Springer's up to today. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we talked our way through an hour.
That gets us the time.
Yeah. I'll tell you about the 15 great things you can get for free, because some of them are actually pretty cool. Like different softwares and ways you can check your credit, low cost or free internet, some things like that. So we'll save that and talk about that sometime. So stay tuned for that.
I will.
Yeah. Free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff, right?
Rich people.
Well, that's all relative.
Yeah.
Who's rich? It's all relative.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is rich. That we could all agree on for sure. All right. Well, have a great day, everyone. We appreciate you so much for tuning in. We do have a fun guest from Holzer tomorrow, so we look forward for that. And so we'll be here then. So have a great day. Thanks for filling in, James. It's always fun.
Yeah. Thanks for hosting, Jen.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye, everyone.
Bye.